You know, growing up in Essexville as a kid, Bay County, Hampton Township, I lived on the border right next to Bay City, so anyways, you know, as you were growing up, you heard of Art Dore, you know, self-made man, rich, you know. But I didn't meet him until my first memory of meeting him was in 2005. It was at our reunion show at the River Rock, and it was tiny, that place, and we'd be on the stage, and and then there's the aisle right in front of it, you know, where people walk, and then I had to set my drinks on a table across the aisle, and sorry, and then grab them as I needed them. Well, it seemed like that day and every show after for a while in that area, that Big Daddy, that's my nickname for him, because after we did become friends, he teased me and nicknamed me Red Shoes because of my red Chuck Taylors. So in return, I gave him the nickname Big Daddy, and that's what we've referred to each other all the time. But to get back to the River Rock story, he came in, I think he had a couple people with him, and he stood right in front of my drinks, like leaning against that table, and I must have had to ask him like 3 times, you know, each time I went to, you know, wet my whistle between songs, I'd have to say, excuse me please, you know, and that's when I had hair, so I had the bright orange mop going too, you know, and oh look, I'm showing you, that's when I had hair. Anyways, yeah, so that's when we first met, you know. So then in 2007, I was working at my cousin Joey's t-shirt shop, and Marty, I can't remember, I'm sorry Marty, I can't remember your last name right now, but he was our embroiderer at the time, I believe in Carlton, and he went out of business and went to work for Art, running Banana Bay, which was Art's girlfriend Penny's place, but then it closed and it was an import store. So I went there as the computer dude to list stuff online, you know. And anyways, it was probably like maybe a month at the most. I'll get to the point here. And anyways, Marty said, yeah, they're gonna shut it down. And I hadn't really talked to Art yet, and he came in, and I was like this, shoegazer, I have an idea if you want to hear it. And he's like, go ahead kid, what is it? And I was like, I'll trade you space for labor so you can keep the store open and I have a place to do my t-shirts. And he's like, give me a day to think it over. And then he called me the next day and said it was a deal. So he gave me a bunch of space, a big L-shaped space, the office and the far square by the alley with 2 windows facing Henry Street. So anyways, yeah, we had that deal going for a few years, and as I got started, like my first sale I made for him was like $2,000, you know. And after a couple sales like that, I was thinking, man, that deal was pretty stupid on my part, you know. So I says, hey, how about if I get 10% of whatever I sell? And he was like, yeah, okay. So I would get 10% of what I sold of his, and had my space too, that I was supposed to be working on my stuff. You know, my original plan was I would work on my stuff as I watched the store for him, and then if somebody wanted something of his, I would you know, wait on them. Well, it ended up I was working on his stuff all the time. I'd have to stay after school to do my stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's how we met. And after a while, I'll just add this because it's pretty cool, is after a while, he had a pancake place across the street, and it was a restaurant, but it was specializing in pancakes. And anyways, I would go there and, you know, get my lunch there, and he said they could fill my pop for me there too. So I was like, cool, you know, because I had my mug, you know. And then one day, the girl that ran the place, I don't remember her, I wouldn't tell you if I did know her name, but anyways, she said that he told her that my lunch was on him, you know, from now on. I was like, wow, really? Because it was just peculiar, because he was kind of tight, you know, in some ways. So me and him were together one day, and we were walking across the street, and I said, did you tell that girl that I get my lunch for free now? And he's like, no. And I was like, oh, well, I've had 2 free meals then, because she said it was on you, you know. So I basically tattled on myself to him, and a day or two later, the new girl across the street said, hey, Art says it's on him because you're the most honest guy he ever knew, or something like that, you know. I might have it exaggerated, but anyways, because I was honest, I was rewarded, and I got to eat lunch there for free, and I would make him laugh all the time because I referred to it like school as the hot lunch program, you know. And then once his friend was asking me, you know, like what me and Art's deal was when we were in there, and I said, well, I get 10% of what I sell plus, you know, space. And Art said, and don't forget the hot lunch program. And I was like, yes, that's true. I'm on the hot lunch program. So, anyways, he was cool, man. We had a lot of adventures and a lot of laughs, you know. And I wish I had pictures of just some of the crazy things that I got him to do, or some of the laughs people wouldn't believe, like just how hard we would laugh, you know, because we had some adventures, that's for sure. And anyways, that's the story of me and him. But as I was working at Banana Bay, I could tell you stuff all day long, but you know, we gotta get back to the videos, which is where I'm leading to. So anyways, that's basically my tribute to Big Daddy, and Love to you, man, from Red Shoes. And this next clip that we're gonna see is when I was working at Banana Bay. One day I was daydreaming, looking out the window, and I seen this cute young bright orange hair, punk rock hair, walking down the street. So you know she caught my eye. And then all of a sudden, whoop, she came into Banana Bay, and I was like, what the? Well, she was really young, so, you know, that was that. Because I don't know how, I'm probably like, let's see, it doesn't matter, I'm probably twice her age, if not more, you know. So anyhow, she was looking for a job, and I was like, wow, you need help, you know. And I didn't really think that at the, you know, this was years ago, like, I don't know, 2007, 2008, I don't know, and people were still kind of prejudiced about, you know, punk rock here and stuff. So anyways, I hired her. And that was Hailey Dinsmore, Hailey Hunt at the time. And we worked together for a long time, and she helped me to quit cigs, which I've still been cig free for, I think it's been 12 years since I quit. I'm just guessing. But anyhow, this next song, she used to listen to Pandora, and she sent me an email, I think it was, or a text, but I don't know about a text, because she always had to help me with my phone, because I was like, I had like one of those kooky you know, the prepaid ones, track phone. I had a track phone, and it was a Motorola, and everything was just on the front of it, and it was pretty cheesy. I couldn't do all the cool stuff she could with hers, you know. And she had to help me at the times when I was trying to figure it out. So anyways, she sent me a message one day, either email or text, I don't remember, because she was listening to Pandora, and she heard this song, and she thought, do I know that, or maybe she asked me, do I know that band? Anyways, to cut to the chase, I did know the band, and it was the Dead Milkmen, and the song was Punk Rock Girl, and that's what I called her. And so, Hailey Dinsmore, here is your song, Punk Rock Girl, from me, Red Shoes. And let's get to the new set. I talked long enough. Hope you like it.